Most exciting election in June, the New York City Democratic mayoral primary. You may recognize some of these names. You got the former governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. He's going for a political comeback right here. Zoran Mamdani, he got endorsed by AOC. Bernie Sanders wading into this. He's getting some attention. There's a ton of candidates in this race, and they do something really different in New York City. They call it ranked choice voting. That means when you go to the voting booth and you get your ballot and your pencil, you don't just check off one name, you rank them 1 to 5 in terms of your preference. Who's your first choice, your second choice, third choice, fourth choice, fifth choice. So how does that work then in terms of getting a winner, tabulating it all? Let me show you the last time they did this. This is 4 years ago, back in 2021. Here's the first round in the Democratic primary, and believe it or not, there were even more candidates than this, getting just a fraction of a percent. But the idea is, at the end of each round, they take the lowest performing candidates and they cut them. And then they take the ballots for those candidates and they say, well, who was that voter's second choice? And then they reallocate everything, and everybody else starts to slowly tick up. They're going to do this till somebody gets to 50%. So fast forward a few rounds deep last time around into the fifth round. You got rid of all those small candidates there who were barely registering. You see Adams is ticked up a point. Wiley is ticked up a point. Not much, but it starts to move fast from this point forward. Into the sixth round, you see these candidates get eliminated. Adams moves up. Seventh round, you're down to 3 candidates. And you can see, look at this, very interesting here, between the sixth and the seventh round, look what happened. Andrew Yang got eliminated. Wiley had been second. Garcia had been third. But more of those Yang votes, more of those next choice Yang votes went to Garcia than to Wiley. So it's going to be Wiley who gets cut out for the final round, and it's going to be Adams versus Garcia. And these Wiley votes are going to get reallocated. What happened? Well, I mean, you know what happened, but here's what it looked like. It was barely a majority for Adams, 50.4%. A lot more of those Wiley votes, their next choice, their next preference was Garcia, a lot more than Adams, but enough for Adams to win.